Alright guys, welcome back. Survival Living here, and we're going to be going over the Magnesium fire starter. We've done ferro rods before in the past, and part of the course, on the basic course, is a Magnesium fire starter. So I'm going to show you how to shave it down, strike it off, and get a fire going with what we got out here. So we got two different pans here that we're using. We're using a piece of bark off of a pine, and we're also using some dried up leaves to catch magnesium while we're shaving this. So I like the leaf method because it just works as a bowl, but like I've shown right here, you can also use the bark of a tree. It just helps organize and keep everything in one spot while you're doing this, because the shavings will go everywhere while you're doing it. So we're just going to shave this off a nice little pile using the hacksaw blade that comes with this. We're just going to catch it all right here in this leaf. Alright, so I'm just going to tap this, get all of our magnesium piled up, get all those shavings piled up there. Makes it much easier to strike and have a better success rate. So we got all that magnesium down there. So now what we need to do is process some material, and today we've got some palmetto here. This is all dead palmetto, nice and dry. We can break the stem off right fast. I'm going to take our knife and we're going to start skinning some of this off. So this is some really dried material. We'll make it nice and fine. You got to watch out for all the spikes on palmetto because they will, it's kind of like a saw. I mean, call it sawgrass and stuff for a reason, right? That stuff will get you. So we're just going to shave us off some nice little shavings here. Notice I'm holding my knife in position while I slide the palmetto stem through. Just makes it nice and easy. You get better cuts. I'm going to start stacking this up on our magnesium. That way when we ignite our magnesium, we'll get a better fire started with all this fine material. And this process goes the same. You can see right there where I caught myself with that the saw blade. There's little teeth on these palmettos. Got me right in the knuckle. This method works the same with any of our fires, guys. We're always condensing material down, make it finer, makes it more combustible. You use this method when you're trying to get to dry tinder, dry wood in wet conditions. Even though it's rained, you can usually shave down and get some nice dry material from within stuff. So we're going to make a couple of these feathered out pieces right here as well. It just helps catch the flame. Once the fire gets going, we'll use this and it'll actually help catch a flame, so we just have a higher success. Alright, now let's go ahead and add all this onto our pile here. Now I want to leave a little opening down here so we can actually get our spark going. Now what we're going to use is the saw blade on this. It's got the striker on the back side, as you guys can see right there. And what we're going to try to aim for is that magnesium that's down there. There it is. And now we have fire. Very simple. This magnesium fire starter. This is what we will be using in the course as well, just to show you guys there's many different ways of starting fire besides just a big lighter. Alright guys, welcome back. Survival Living here. Now today I want to talk about moss. More importantly is the reindeer moss, lichen. Most people overlook this particular item. Yes, you can eat it. I've eaten it many times. I've shown it on the videos of me eating it. It tastes like dirt, but you could eat it. But also, this stuff dries out very quickly down here in Florida, and this is actually an excellent fire catch, especially when you're using a ferrocerium rod. This stuff works really good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break off a piece right here. I'm going to move the camera so we can get everything in the shot, clear out a little spot here. So we got a piece right here, guys. We're going to take this and we're going to get it set up here. All right, there we go. So yeah, works really well. Gets really hot too. But it works great as a fire catch, which is your ferrocerium rods. That one there just went out. There we go. See how fast this sucker burns, and it burns hot. Alright guys, so that's just another tip. That is something else we also cover in this course, is identifying resource items in the area. Like I said, this one here you can eat, but also you can create fire with it too. Alright guys, catch you later. Alright guys, welcome back. Survival Living here. So today we also have our ferrocerium rods. Now this is something that we will be covering in our course. So the basic course, you will be asked to perform using a ferrocerium rod and start a fire. So what we have here today is that I've got an old stick that I pulled out of my fire pit from last night. That'll work because this is where we're going to get our tinder and everything from. This stick right here. So what we're going to do is classify it down, shave it down, and we're going to be using that material to start a fire. Now, as you can see, we're creating all these little fans there. I'm going to continue to do that, and we can always cut them off. I'm going to keep that material. I'm going to make some more up, just like that. Basically, we're just going to shave off a lot of material. Alright, so now that we have our material, we're going to get our ferrocerium rod here. Alright, so we got a small fire going. We need to get some more material here to get caught. That right there. There we go. So that is that. That is the ferrocerium rod. We're going to be covering multiple ways of creating fire. Now, as you may have seen, I have fire cord on this. We could use that, but basically we just want to show you how to just take regular material, a stick, and actually create fire. Alright guys, Survival Living here. So we have flint, char, steel, char cloth. Now, part of the basic course, we're doing multiple ways of creating fire. So what we're going to be using, I am going to be teaching how to make char cloth, because you need to be able to use it. Now what I've got here, palmetto. I got a lot of palmetto out here. You take this, kind of bundle it up, just like this right here. And I got pine needles because we're in a pine forest. This is what the materials we have here. Alright. We're going to mix all this stuff up here. Get it ready. Set that off to the side. Now, we got our char cloth. We got our chert. We'll lay it right on top of it like that. Hopefully I'm on screen here. Alright. So we got our char. I'm going to lay it up in our bundle here. sure I'm on screen here, guys. There we go. Fire. Toss that over there. Ooh, that got hot. So that is using our flint and steel and char cloth that we're going to make up on the course. It is another way of creating fire in the basic survival course. The reason you also learn these skills is because if you decide to take the advanced course, you're going to have to know this already. So consider preparation and also good survival information on how to create fire. This kit right here does not take up much room, and I actually got extra pieces in there, extra flint and all that stuff. I can make my own char cloth with this tin. I can use a canteen. We're going to be covering canteens, but I use this tin all the time. Put my cloth in it, take everything out, set it in the fire. Alright guys,